Assalamu alaikum dear students. So far we have completed the three topics. First one is rotational dynamic, second is kinetic theory of gases and radiation, and the third one is mechanical properties of fluid. So here I'm going to start a subtopic in the main topic, wave optics. The wave optics, in this complete topic, some part of the sections have been will be taken by Abdullah sir, and the remaining one will be taken by me. So I will be taking the part of the topic 7.8, which is nothing but the interference of light. Don't worry, you will not get the past sections concept in the interference of light. The interference of light is a self-explanatory topic. So let's get started with the interference of light. First and foremost thing, we all know the meaning of the word interference. Interference means what? It is a disturbance. It is interruption. What sort of interruption? Students, you all have studied the topic superposition of waves. Chapter number 6, superposition of waves. You might have studied the concept of superposition of waves whenever two or more waves are arriving simultaneously to a single point of a medium. So you people are quite aware of the term waves. So here in the entire topic, we will have to consider that the light is propagating in the form of wave, or that wave is transverse in nature. You all know what is transverse wave and what is longitudinal wave. So let us consider I am drawing one wave which is transverse. I have taken two axes to show the propagation of the wave, x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, I am going to represent the position of the particle, while this y-axis will give the up and down displacement of the particle when the wave is propagating. So, let us take one wave, one transverse wave you can say. It is propagating along x-axis. It may be having a certain time period, certain wavelength and certain amplitude. You all know what is wavelength, what is time period and what is amplitude. The thing which we will have to concentrate is the amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement from the mean position. So such type of waves you might have seen in the superposition of waves. What is interference of light? Today in this lecture, I don't think that I will be in a position to define the interference. Once you just understand the concept, then I am going to define the concept of interference. It is nothing but the superposition. So superposition on what side? What is the superposition of light wave? You all have studied the superposition of sound wave in the superposition of waves. So what is the superposition of a light wave? Before that, let us consider few examples. Students, you might have observed the color pattern develop on soap bubble. Color pattern which is developed on the soap bubble. Similarly, color pattern which is developed on the feathers of peacock. In the same way, you might have seen the color pattern on the oil drops spreaded over the water surface in rainy season. What type of color pattern you will be getting over there? Similarly, if some of the water droplets are poured on your mobile screen or on a TV screen, you are going to get some type of color pattern in that water droplets. Do you think that these are the dispersion of light? No, it is not a dispersion of light. This is something called as interference of light. These are the example of interference of light. So that is why we will have to study what is interference and what we can do with this concept interference. Meaning of the term interference is already known to you, and instead of saying interference you can say superposition, but you might have studied the Quincke's tube experiment which demonstrate the interference of sound wave. So in the same way we will have to study the interference of a light wave. So let us see what is interference. Before that, let's go back to the previous concept that we have studied. What is superposition? Here we have taken one wave. Let us consider another wave as well. And I'm going to take the specific wave over here. These two wave is a spatial wave. What is the speciality of these two waves? Suppose the two waves are having same amplitude. Their amplitude is same, A. Suppose the two waves are having same amplitude. This is the basic consideration over here. The two waves are having same amplitude, same time period, same wavelength. Very simple case we have taken over here. These two waves. Now suppose these two waves are arriving simultaneously to a single point of a medium. The same type of wave are arriving simultaneously to a single point of a medium. Then what is going to happen? It may be possible the two waves are having same amplitude, same time period and same wavelength, and they are in phase wave. In phase means what? The point where there is a crest of one wave, then there will be a crest of another wave as well. So such a wave are called as in phase wave. So in phase means they are having same phase angle. You all are aware with the term phase angle. So the two waves are having same phase, or you can say the two waves are in phase. So when they superimpose with each other, when they arrive to a single point of a medium, when they superimpose with each other, what you will observe? You will observe that crest due to one wave will coincide with the crest due to another wave, and trough due to one wave will coincide with the trough due to another wave. The entire wave train will become like this: crest, crest overlapping, trough, trough overlapping. So such type of superposition will be observed. Crest of one wave will overlap with the crest due to another wave. Trough of one wave will coincide with the trough due to another wave. Then what would be the resultant amplitude of this resultant wave? The two waves are having same amplitude. It means what? The resultant wave will have the amplitude equal to, the amplitude will get added. So resultant amplitude will be A plus A, which is 2A, twice to that of A, and resultant wave will also be of very large amplitude as compared to the individual wave, because the crest is fallen on crest and the trough is fallen on the trough. So students, you might suppose these two waves are of light wave. If these two waves are light waves, it means what? Here we have taken two sources of light, S1 and S2. They are emitting the two wave trains. These are the two light waves. So resultant intensity, resultant wave will be having a large amplitude. If amplitude is large, it means what? Intensity of light will also be large, because intensity is found to be directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. I is found to be directly proportional to intensity square of the amplitude. Intensity of a light will become more now this time because of the such type of overlapping of the two light waves. So if intensity becomes larger, how would you come to know? You will come to know that this point or this part of a medium will be completely bright, and its brightness will be greater than the two individual sources. The two sources which are emitting the light waves, they will be less bright as compared to this bright band which we will be getting over there. So such type of superposition of wave is called as constructive superposition, and this is called as interference. As I told you that interference is nothing but the superposition of waves only, but superposition is the word used for the sound wave. For the light wave, we are going to use the term interference. So such type of superposition will change the intensity of light, and intensity of light will be much larger at this point as compared to the two individual sources. Now similarly, suppose let's take the second type of wave. Suppose this second wave is not this one. Second wave is like this. First wave will remain as it is. Now the second wave taken over here is not like this. It is like this. So if these two waves, first wave and this is your second wave, here I have not taken, I will not take this one. So suppose your second wave is of this type. The point where first wave is having its crest, at the same time the second wave is having its trough. First wave is having the positive amplitude, while the second wave is having the negative amplitude at a point where the two waves are coming simultaneously. So what is the basic difference between these two waves? The two waves are now said to be out of phase. Out of phase means what? There is a phase difference of, what is the phase difference between crest and trough? Crest is positive half cycle and the trough is a negative half cycle. When you combine this crest and trough, you are going to get the entire circle. So what is a difference between the upper and lower part of a circle? There is the angle difference of 180. So the two waves are now supposed to be called as out of phase, because the phase difference between them is 180. Here the phase difference was 0. There was no phase difference. Similarly, suppose the two waves are having same amplitude. When these two waves are coming simultaneously to a single point of a medium, suppose these two types of wave, first wave and this wave, suppose these two waves are coming simultaneously to a single point of a medium, then what would be the resultant amplitude? This plus A will coincide with the minus A this time, and here minus A will coincide with the plus A. So what type of superposition you are going to observe? This type of superposition. Plus minus amplitude will cancel each other out because the two waves are having the same amplitude. Means this maximum distance, suppose it is 5, then the other wave is having minus 5. resultant amplitude of the wave is 0. So what happened? When such a wave coincide with each other through a single point of a medium, resultant wave, you are not going to get a resultant wave because all the amplitude will cancel each other out, and though the two sources are bright, but because of the superposition of these two types of wave, you will not observe any brightness. Indeed, you will get a dark line over here. Light intensity will not be observed. It will be completely dark, or you can say it will appear black. This point will appear black, completely black. So this is also obtained due to the superposition of the two light wave. So what has happened? It depends on the nature of a wave which are arriving simultaneously single point of a medium, that what type of waves they are, whether they are in phase or they are out of phase. If they are in phase, then the superposition will be constructive and you will get a bright band, and if they are out of phase, then the superposition or the interference will be destructive and you will get a dark band. So when you observe the superposition of these waves, your screen will be illuminated by continuous dark and bright lines. Bright lines are due to the constructive interference and dark lines are due to the destructive interference. So this is called as interference of light. Now I am in a state to define the interference of a light. What has happened in the interference? It is nothing but the superposition of two waves. But because of these superposition, the light intensity is continuously changing. Some point will become bright while some point will become dark. So change in the intensity of light wave due to the superposition of two light wave is called as interference of light. So if you are getting continuously bright and dark band, bright band, dark band, bright band, dark band, bright band, dark band, such type of pattern is called as steady interference pattern. Steady means still. Now let's see what happens if the two waves are of not equal amplitude, means they are not having the same amplitude. Means one wave is having +5 and the second one is having the amplitude say 3. Then because of the constructive interference, you are going to get a dark bright band of 7 amplitude. But because of the destructive interference, in the destructive interference, as when crest and trough coincide, you will get a resultant wave of +2 amplitude. It will have a certain amplitude. So in this case, black band is not going to observe. There will be a certain light, but that light is not quite large as compared to the 7 amplitude. So instead of, if the two waves are not having the same amplitude, you will be getting bright band and less bright band, bright band, less bright band. Dark band will not be obtained. This is also an interference of light, but there will be no dark band. And in case of a steady interference pattern, you will get consecutive bright band, dark band, bright band, dark band, bright band, dark band. So this is the difference between interference and steady interference. Interference means, similarly, the example which I have given, that is the interference of a multichromatic light which had involved 7 colors. The example which I have taken here to explain the concept of interference, it was a light of a single wave and single color. It was a monochromatic light. In case of a monochromatic light, you are going to get the interference pattern. If the light is multichromatic, then you will not get a dark band, you will get a color pattern, which I had given you the example of the color pattern obtained on a soap bubble as well as on a mobile screen and on the oil drops spread over the water surface. Similarly, you might have seen the interference of water wave. You can create the interference of water wave. Here I have taken two sources. These are the two starch pen, and I am dipping it on the surface of water. So you will get a continuous disturbance. Obviously, when one disturbance is created on the surface of water, if a pebble is dropped on the surface of a water, you will get a circular ring. Each of these circle is called as wavefront. So here I have taken the continuous line represent the crest and dotted line represent the trough. So here I have drawn all the wavefront emitting from the two sources S1 and S2, crest, trough, crest, trough, crest, trough pattern. Similarly from the source S1 and S2, what will happen? These two waves are going to coincide with each other, and such type of blocks pattern will be obtained on the surface of water. The point where the water surface is quite elevated is because of the larger amplitude of the water wave. This is called as constructive interference, and the point where the water surface is found to be quite depressed, this entire line is called as destructive interference. This red dot shows the constructive interference and blue dot shows the destructive interference. So this is the interference of water wave. Similarly, let us see Young's double slit experiment. What is this? In a Young's double slit experiment, what he had done, the scientist Young, what he had done, he had taken one source of light, say S. It is a source of light. This S is kept at a certain point. Then he had taken one cardboard, and that cardboard is having two pinholes, S1 and S2. So whenever the light ray coming from the sources S, obviously these are it will fall on this cardboard and they will fall on the pinhole as well. So these two pinholes will again become the two sources of light. So S1 and S2, these are the two pinhole which have been created in the one cardboard. These two sources will become the source of light again. So then these two sources will emit the light wave in all possible direction. Crest trough pattern you are going to get. And finally here again one cardboard is placed on which you are going to get the interference pattern of light wave, because the waves coming from the source S1 and source S2, they will overlap with each other to give rise the interference pattern, and you will observe the interference pattern on this screen on the cardboard. This cardboard is called as screen on which we are observing the interference pattern. So what should happen? Here I have drawn the schematic diagram of the Young's double slit experiment. Here the main source S is there, and because I have put one lens over here to converge a light beam coming from the source S, they are fallen on the two minor sources S1 and S2, which are just a slits. Slit means it is just like a small window. Slit is called a small window. So here these two pinholes are acting as a slit, and they are acting as a two individual sources of light. Then what will happen? Crest due to one wave, there will be a certain point where the crest due to one wave will coincide with the crest due to another wave, or trough due to one wave will coincide with the trough due to another wave. Such points in the diagram shown by the red dot lines. This red dot line shows the constructive interference. Because of this constructive interference, you are going to get a bright band and intensity of light will be maximum. Similarly, there will be a certain point as the waves are continuously coming from these two sources. There will be a certain points where crest due to one wave will coincide with the trough due to another wave. Because of this, destructive interference will happen and you will not going to get any bright band. Instead of a bright band, you are going to get a dark band. So dark band is shown here. So red is a bright band and this brown is a dark band. So there will be a continuous change in the intensity of light. It may goes from maximum to minimum, from minimum to maximum, and so on. So such type of pattern we are going to get on the screen. So this bright band dark band pattern is called as interference of light or steady interference of light. But it is found that in case of a Young's double slit experiment, what he found instead of getting these bright and dark band, he found that the entire screen is illuminated with the multi-chromatic light. He will get the he had got the interference pattern, but that interference he forgot to take. The source of light which he had taken is a multi-chromatic source. It was having many 7 colors are there. So because of the interference of the 7 color, what will happen? Bright band due to one wave will coincide with the dark band due to another wave. Because of this, the screen will be eliminated completely and entire color pattern will had obtained over there. No dark band is observed in case of a Young's double slit experiment. Nevertheless, it was a good effort to demonstrate the interference of light, but not a steady one. Steady interference pattern is having a certain different method to obtain. Steady interference pattern is this one, continuous bright and dark band. But this is also an interference pattern, but not steady because it is a multi-chromatic interference pattern. So this is the concept of interference. Nevertheless, the main advantage of Young's double slit experiment is he had calculated the wavelength of light because of its experiment, which is equal to lambda is equal to x d by d. This formula we are going to study in the next lecture, how he had calculated the wavelength of light. So Young's double slit experiment was a best method to demonstrate the interference of multi-chromatic light. For the steady interference pattern, we will study how it is obtained. So hope you all have understood the concept. Thank you.